Howdy y'all, Frankie Cavone of Mirth Films, Sheriff of Mirth Films, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about what I keep in my camera bag when I'm shooting concert photography, concert B-roll footage, and everything in between. So we're going to do it today, and we're going to do it mean, we're going to do it clean, and all this stuff in here is stuff that I recommend to you guys. Before I talk about the bag, we're going to go about the internals first. And I'm going to open the main latch. This is where I keep my camera. I shoot the Canon R5. It's a mirrorless camera with an adapter. This adapter allows me to adapt DSLR lenses. And the lens that I always start with when I'm shooting any type of photography is the Canon 24-70 f2.8 version 2 EF. That's right, a DSLR lens on this mirrorless body, all thanks to the adapter right here. It's a wonderful adapter. It's about $100. Won't break the bank. It'll actually make the bank. The next latch I'm going to open up here in my camera bag here, this wonderful gray camera bag, is the 70-200 Canon 70-200 EF 70-200 f2.8 lens. This is a wonderful lens, especially if you're a little far back. You know, this has the throw, this has the reach to get those shots from all the way back of the club, or if you're in the concert photo pit at an arena. This is a great portrait lens. I highly recommend carrying this with you. If you're a concert photographer, this is part of the holy grail of lenses that you may need for yourself. Alright folks, so the next lens, this is a must-have lens in all of your camera bags, no matter what kind of camera you shoot. It's a wide-angle lens, and this wide-angle lens is the Canon RF 14-35 f4. That's right, f4, so it's not an f2.8 lens. Whatever, big freaking deal. But that doesn't matter at the end of the day, because you're going to be shooting wide. You want to get it all nice and sharp. That's why I chose the Canon RF 14-35. I always get my band shots, that full stage shot right from the front, right with this. It's about getting it not distorted with the 14, because, you know, nobody likes all fisheye shots. I mean, some people do. I do myself, but, you know, not everybody, so that's why I bring this lens. This lens is also great for shooting video, because I love it. It's nice and light. You can put it on a gimbal with your camera, and it won't overload the gimbal. Who baby? Now, this lens right here. This might just be my new favorite lens that I just purchased. This is the Sigma EF 35-1.4. 35-1.4 allows for a lot of bokeh. What is bokeh? Bokeh is a lot of background blur. You want background blur? Not in all the shots, but most of them. 35, nice and wide, not too tight. Great for low light in the clubs. So if it's a little dark in the club, your sensor's getting a little grainy, this is where you break out the 35-1.4 and mwah, it does all the work for you. And we're going to stay with primes. And I highly recommend, if you are shooting in the clubs, you do have the opportunity to shoot some primes. I highly recommend shooting a 50mm. The 50mm I got today is another EF lens. And this EF lens is the 50mm 1.2. 1.2 allows for an extreme amount of bokeh. 50mm happens to be my favorite focal length. Alright folks, so why is 50mm my favorite focal length? Well, I can tell you something right here. When I was shooting my first beginner camera, wasn't getting a lot of low light, not a lot of background blur, I broke out the Nifty 50, the Nifty 50 f1.8. You can get all across the board, of course, for Nikon, for Sony cameras, Pentax if you're a loser and you shoot Pentax. I may not be the judge, jury, and executioner, but I can tell you right now that Pentax is a piece of shit. Loser, loser. My last lens that I like to carry in my camera bag when I am using this camera bag to shoot, I like to shoot the 85-1.8. So again, if I'm in the clubs and I want to shoot prime lenses, I use the 85 for those far shots, or if I just want that creamy bokeh, I can get the creamy bokeh with that 85-1.8. Not too expensive, a little shallow in price, and a little shallow in depth of field. Alright folks, now we're going to get into the accessories part. That's right, accessories. You always need to have some accessories on you. And first off, when you are traveling with a camera, make sure to keep your batteries in your carry-on case or in your camera bag that you're bringing with you, because they'll get mad when you put them in a suitcase that you are checking in. That is no bueno, people. I always carry a handful of batteries, even though if I'm only taking a few shots, I want to be prepared, because you never know where the road is going to take you. And these country roads, I'll tell you, take me some places. Now, next we're going to slide into the top case. The top case is usually where I keep my stickers, where I give all you guys my stickers at concerts. But today, what do we got in here? we got a neutral density filter. What is a neutral density filter, everybody? It could also be called an ND filter as well, but it is basically like sunglasses for your camera. Sometimes, just like your eyes, you don't want to raw dog it, so you get a neutral density filter, slap that sucker around to the lens of your camera, and then you can shoot some clear crystal quality video on your 4K, 8K camera, whatever you may use. Now, some lenses are all different filter threads. What is the filter thread? Filter thread is a different size of filters that you can put onto your lens. Now, my 50mm may have a different filter thread than my 24-70, so that's why I carry these things called step down rings, so I don't have to buy a lot of sunglasses for my camera. Looks like we're getting to the bottom of this case right here, this camera case. Not this judicial case, of course. I do that on my own time. But next, what do I got here? I don't even have a technical name for this thing. I call it the air blower. I blow this and it cleans off my lenses without putting any fingers on there, because you know you don't want to get any more extra smudges and it's not good. So another thing that I also carry is a handkerchief. Now, I am a camera backpack guy. I do not like those camera side satchels, maybe when I'm riding my horse and I have to be out on the town laying down the law as Sheriff Frankie Cavone. But today I'm going to show you the backpack that I like to use, and I didn't break the bank. I don't even know the name of this backpack. I actually picked it up at Best Buy, a great place to purchase camera gear. Best Buy, if you'd like to sponsor this video, ye freaking haw. But this backpack right here, the reason why I like it is because it has easy access. It's got side pockets on the sides. And not only that, if I do want to put this backpack on when I am shooting a music festival, I can use one of these sides to put a beer in. And that's really important. You can't hold a beer and shoot a camera at the same time. So put your side carry-on right here, that nice cold bush, and then you're all good to go. Put that camera away, grab that ice cold bush, and then crush that sucker. And then lastly, the last thing that I carry in my camera bag is, of course, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The reason why I don't have that right now in my camera bag is because I'm using it to record audio. It's great for recording audio vlogs and all that other side stuff that you just want to get when you're shooting concert photography. Sometimes you don't want to break out that Canon R5 to do video as well, so that's where you got your little deputy right here. Got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, my favorite camera, God's greatest gift other than human life. That's right. Lastly, all I need you guys to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more about all this type of gear that I got here right on this table, we can do that. Giddy up, partner. Go have some fun shooting concert photography, and ye freaking haw. Goodbye.